Good afternoon, everybody around the world, especially from South Africa and from Turkey, and the 24 men lining up for this match. Speaking to you now from South Africa is Jack van Black, for the first time a referee at the tournament. And joining me is the infamous Hein Engelbrecht, manager of the South African and president of the South African Underwater Hockey Federation. Hein, your views on this game?
Well, it's a game everybody wants to play against Turkey. They're champions, they play a different kind of hockey, and we're looking forward to it. Let's get the teams going. From South Africa, number 13, the captain, Cameron Stephen from Western Province. Number 5, the vice-captain, Elmar Salia. Number 1, Brandon from Wyk. Also from Gauteng, number 2, Lorcan Suburb from KZN. 3, Ryan van Zyl. 4, Michael Salia. 6, Matthew Penning. 7, Austin Elfrich. 9, Dirk van Reden. And Eckhart Engelbrecht, number 11. Carl Broodryk sitting out for this game. The game has started. It's 14:46, 15 seconds gone of the game. And I didn't see who got the kickoff. Did you see, Jack? You're handing righto. Well, if we can get an overview of the pool also as you see it. South Africa playing against Turkey. South Africa playing white. And Turkey black, court A. And Turkey heavy on attack against African's corner, and the ref playing advantage for Turkey in the South African's corner on the far side of the pool, and the South African substitution box as the Turkish, from the kickoff, took possession, brought it out, goal for Turkey, caught South Africa napping, goal. 1 minute gone and a goal for Turkey against South Africa in court A.
Turkey right from the start putting some pressure on South Africa, swimming hard to the corner, and they managed to get it out of the corner and get it into the goals of South Africa. Let's see if South Africa can recover from this as we take the second kickoff of the game.
Thank you, Jack. Yeah, both teams going hard at the puck. Turkey just a millisecond ahead of South Africa, taking it to the start of the pool immediately. A ref playing advantage in the water. Advantage over South Africa on the roll. Good save there by Turkey as he turns, kicks hard when he got the puck, flicks it into the inside, and Turkey hard on the attack again as the ref calls an infringement. Body blocking, barging against South Africa. Both teams have got 4 substitutions. Jack, full teams for both countries.
Yes, Hein, we're in a fortunate position to have 10 players in our team playing. The Turks here today looks like playing a very much a chip and chase game. They've got very good flicks, launching the puck up ahead, and they've got very good strong swimmers, and managing now at the moment to keep South Africa under pressure.
Yeah, I was watching them train in one of the pools earlier this week, Jack, and you could see these Turkish guys have got massive flicks on them. As there's an infringement against South Africa, Turkey on the attack in the 6-meter danger area of South Africa. It's going to be in the middle of the pool as the ref brings the puck out back. Let's see how many players South Africa can get at the bottom, get their stick onto the puck and swim it to the side of the pool. Turkey on the attack as they've got all 5 players down, 1 on the top just waiting for the breakaway. And there's an infringement called here by the ref, luckily body blocking against Turkey. This is a tight game, scored a goal in the first half. It's 11 minutes, 44 seconds left. South Africa playing white against the black for Turkey. And court A here in Sheffield with the weather coming down and raining and outside, but no influence on the pool as this is a wonderful facility as the puck goes down to the side of the court. Underneath the substitution box of South Africa, some hectic substitution taking place there. South Africans need to get possession of the puck, put pressure on Turkey as we've got lots of pressure on us. Illegal stopping as the ref against Turkey as the ref calls the guys back.
Yes, a very excellent facility that we are playing underwater hockey in. We want to say thank you to the British Octopus Association and also to Sheffield for this fantastic venue. Especially the clarity of the water is immaculate. It makes a big difference when people all over the world are sitting in front of their TVs and laptop screens, sneaking away from work to watch these games, and you can actually see the game taking part on the opposite side of the pool. Also great work, and thank you to John with his joystick here, making sure the camera move up and down, and some action in the pool. Player thrown out for a dangerous flick of South Africa. South Africa calling a timeout at the same time, giving them the opportunity to just catch their breaths. It seems like Michael Cilliers has been thrown out for a dangerous flick.
Oh, this one. Okay, but that's the same as that one.
So, Coach, could you be giving some advice there? South Africa now, when play resume, will only have 5 players in the water.
Yeah, this is very difficult for South Africa. It happens, not intentional. You know, you see the opportunity, and unfortunately, it was a dangerous flick. South Africa down to 5 men. It's 10 minutes left in the first half. South Africa need to reconsolidate, and we haven't had the real opportunity to put pressure on Turkey as Turkish keep the pressure on South Africa. In the South African danger area, lovely view here from the pool. As Jack said, we're very privileged. Africa get a good breakaway there, good save there from looked like Matthew Penning. Matthew Penning for South Africa, number 6. Early start, so the puck gets moved to the middle of the pool as South Africa are still 5 players in the water. Turkey 6, very dangerous place for Turkey to attack from. So let's get South Africa down on the bottom. Stay calm, guys. Let's focus. Let's get the puck, stick on the puck, or as the Australians say, the bat on the puck, and get it to the side of the pool. Well done, South Africa. Good save there. 2 guys out now for South Africa. For South Africa, early break, Carl Broodryk. But Carl's not playing. So how can it be number 10? It's not Carl, be Carl. Michelle Cilliers out and Brandon van Beek. Brandon out and Carl out. That's now 4 players in the water against 6. You want to play 8 against 6 for the Turks, not 4 against 6. Right, Michelle Cilliers back in the pool with 9 minutes to go. Turkey heavy on the attack again.
South Africa putting some pressure on themselves by making these mistakes. You can't play with 4 players against a strong side like that. But Michel back in the water, Brandon on his way. When Turkey touch the puck, he will be rejoining the game. You will see it in the top left corner. There he goes, join the group as all the Turkish players are on the bottom. You can see the overview here. People going down, South Africa clearing it out to the side, and we're back in the corner. Over and above the cold weather that we have here in this fantastic summer in the UK, the reception was warm, people are friendly, organisation has done a great job to make this tournament work out very well for South Africa, diverting the pressure there away from their goals, stealing the puck, clearing it out from behind. There's an infringement. One of the Turkish player prevented South Africa from getting away there. Free puck against them. South Africa have some time for a breather. We're halfway through the first half. South Africa behind 1-0. Turkey scored the first goal in the first minute, and I think so far the rest of the game is not too bad. South Africa playing in their half most of the time. Almost a dangerous flick there, but it was stopped by the Turkish. South Africa driving up the wall there. and playing the wall, and Turkey getting the puck up the wall, putting us back under pressure. South Africa turn, but an infringement against South Africa up the wall. They're barging against the Turks, and Turkey will get an advantage puck round about just past the middle of the pool. South Africa already had one timeout. Turkey still have a timeout, and as they attack the middle of the pool, chip a puck right there into the bait ball, comes out to the side and straight towards the goal again. South Africa right on the goal lip, trying to keep that puck out of the goal, and well done clearing the puck from the side. Referee saw an infringement here in the corner against South Africa. South Africa barging again against the Turkish player, and Heinz sit hier met sy hande in sy hare. Suid-Afrika onder druk, onnodig dat ons so baie druk op onsself plaas, en Turkey weer met 'n free puck reg voor ons goals. Suid-Afrika wat weer die puck skoonmaak voor die goals, terugvat na die hoek toe, en Turkey wat nie die puck in die goal kan kry op die oomblik nie.
Right, thank you, Jack. As the Turkish team is heavy on attack, and we've got a good breakaway there from a South African player on the underneath our substitution box. But there's a lot of pressure on us, Jack. You know, we can't keep on playing, defending the whole time. As we see, trying to take it out wide by South Africa, trying a different move here. As we get an infringement against Turkey. Wow, that's a good. Thank you, ref. We've got three refs in the water, all highly qualified refs, with one chief ref on the deck. Very grateful to have people of all this experience reffing a game. South Africa against Turkey. Like I said, South Africa white, Turkey black. 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go. South Africa on the attack as we get an advantage puck and we bring it up into the middle of the pool. Well played there by South Africa. Let's get underneath get our bodies down at the bottom. Good play there by Turkey as they get their structure in place, get the puck going forward, and a heavy, hard swim there by the Turkish player down the side of the pool. Nobody stopping him, allowing the Turkish player to get away, and then pressure on South Africa again. As we have we had a team timeout, Jack? South Africa has had a team timeout. Obviously, the Turks are on the attack and they're putting a lot of pressure on South Africa, so they're capitalizing on the fact that South Africa's on the back foot. As we have 4 minutes to go in the first half. So far, it's a very tight game with South Africa on the defending against a well-oiled machine from Turkey. We have another infringement here. Is that gloving? Yeah, gloving against Turkey. Come on, South Africa, let's get away here. We need to play in their half. We need to score a goal before the end of this first half. It's been a quick first half. A few minutes ago, it was a start. Now we only got 3 minutes left. As I'm sitting on the edge of my chair here, I really need South Africa to get out of their first half and get the team together and stick together and believe in themselves. Each and every single player in the South African team is here because they deserve it. They've done training for 2 years, been together, worked hard, and the moment has now arrived in a very, very, very competitive division of this Sheffield 5th World Age tournament. Jack, what do you see as a coach and as a ref, what we can do? What advice would you give them?
And the key of success is to keep on doing what you're doing, even if you're under pressure. Keep your cool and do what your coach has told you, and occasionally improvise to make things happen. Other than that, just keep on chipping away. South Africa doing very well at the moment to absorb all that pressure from Turkey. Turkey now taking a timeout to make some plans because they can't penetrate South Africa. South African coach also telling them to calm down, looks like from here. And Yeah, very, not say evenly matched, but South Africa playing most of the hockey in front of their goal in their third of the play, and Turkey battling to get through. South Africa's defense is very good.
Well, I just saw with this team timeout now. It's nice sitting in this commentating room and you can look down on the pool on court A, as I saw the ref giving an individual warning to Austin Elfrink, number 7, stick infringement. So if Austin gets called up again for a stick infringement, he'll sit on the side of the pool and watch it from the side. So Africa must be frustrating Turkey at this moment, as we've been defending for the last 10 minutes and they just can't get through. As Turkey gets the puck out, swims wide, and we get a call here against Turkey. It looked a bit easy for that puck to come out. Obstruction, illegal stopping of the puck as they get called back, Turkey, on the halfway mark. So Africa needs to capitalize on this advantage and play hard into the Turkish area. Get into the half, guys, as they take the puck up on the side of the wall. The Turkish players at the bottom, and Turkey trying to get the puck out as Africa working it up patiently. And I must say, with possession and territories, Africa are doing very, very, very well, being 1 minute behind. Another stupid infringement by South Africa, not concentrating, holding on the side barrier with your hand and using that to give you the advantage of putting yourself in a better position. Come on, South Africa, you're on the attack there, and no need to make funny mistakes. Guys, 1 minute left. Let's see what you can do as the Turkish guys go down, swimming hard at the South African players. Good flick there from South Africa underneath the body of the Turkish player, and off we go. It looks like number 4. We're going to 4 here. Michel Celia, well done, Michel. 2 brothers, Michel Celia and Elmar Celia. We've also got 2 brothers here playing, but one in the 19 team and one in the 23 team, the Elfrinks. The Turkish were just putting a lot of pressure on us there as they get the advantage and playing through underneath the body of South Africa, being low down in the pool. With 30 seconds to go, Jack, your last 25 seconds to talk.
I think the guys just need to start believing in themselves. Turkish, the current world champions, under 24. It's always a challenge to play against a team that's been a world champion. And if they can stick this out and still be 1-0 down after the end of this half, they can most probably just regroup themselves, gain a little bit of confidence in themselves. Depends on what the coach will tell them half time, and it's possible to come back and score a goal. It's a very evenly matched, even though we're under pressure most of the time, and Turkish team battling to get through. Thank you, Hein. It was a pleasure joining you. I have to go do referee duties now.
Yeah, I've got to go and do other duties as well, but I will do your duty, Jack. Thank you for joining me in the commentary box, guys. Always to have nice to have Jack around here as one of the South African refs. We've got Jack van Blerk, we've got Roel Pretorius, and we've got Michael de Villiers here, South African refs, as you can see on your screen. All the sponsors, and we are grateful for all the sponsors contributing generously to make this tournament happen, and thank you to you guys. Right, a lot of pressure on South Africa for 15 minutes in the first half. We've been defending. We had one opportunity, one good breakaway, and couldn't really capitalize on it, as we had a South African player using the barrier to put himself in a better position. South Africa down 1-0 against Turkey. Well done, boys. I've got a feeling that we're going to come back hard at Turkey here in the second half and surprise them, as I'm watching from the commentating room, looking at Henry talking to the players, with Linda Stephen right behind them on assisting on poolside, just for the water bottles and generally the touch of mommy there. Right, julle daar in Suid-Afrika, dit is regtig sien hierdie tergend, en ek sien nommer 26 ref wat hier voor my verbyloop, Michael de Villiers, lyk my, hy kou ook maar sy naals. Dit is sien die tergend, mense, ek moet julle sê, dit is lekker om te commentate, maar het is moeilik om nie emosioneel te raak met Suid-Afrika. Ons weet Turkye is baie goed en ons het lank gewag vir hierdie geleentheid en ek het so gevoel ons gaan dit doen. As ek daar in die boks kyk, sien ek 'n Suid-Afrikaanse spannetjie mekaar aanhits, mekaar aanspoor. Kom boys, sê hulle, ons kan dit doen. Kom bokkies. Right, with 45 seconds to go for the start of the second half, caught South Africa down 1-0 against Turkey. The refs are ready. I'm ready, and South Africa under 24 men are ready. As we are going to have 15 minutes of good hockey, excellent coverage for you guys back home. After this, you've still got South Africa under 19 men playing against New Zealand, South Africa under 24 women playing against Netherlands, and then South Africa under 19 women against France. 9 seconds, guys. You got 15 minutes. Let's not get the Turkish guys scoring a goal so early in the second half as they did in the first half. And off they go. Back in the middle of the pool. Hard swim by Turkey. Beautiful collective from Al Marshalier playing it hard. Brandon Verwey coming through. And in number 9 there, Dirk van der Renen. A real farmer boy, very strong guy. Eckhard Engelberg down, just waiting. And we need it. Yes, Dirk, well done. And another one there, number 3, Ryan van Zyl, one of our top players from South Africa. You can see these bodies, they are well-toned bodies as number 9 comes in from the back there, Dirk van Renen again, and number 6 following up, Matthew Penning, one of our smallest players in the team. And off, that's a pity as we get an infringement. Infringement against Turkey. As South Africa were playing very, very hard. It's getting the way these games go, sometimes a bit physical, never intentionally, but there's a lot of pressure on these guys to perform as they really out of where they're funding. Under 24 players usually fund their own way. Mommy and daddy have stopped funding. It's now most of these guys are students and just started working. And South Africa are doing very, very well here, heavy on the attack as if we get a call from the ref against South Africa. Well done South Africa. For the first time we're in a Turkish half in the second half of this very tight match, Africa against Turkey. Right, like I said, number 13 Cameron from Western Province and Lorcan from KZN. Dirk and Eckhart from Gauteng North and the rest of the players from Gauteng. So you can see Gauteng and South Africa have got a very strong group of players. South Africa swim out wide. And a very good play there from the South African player, turning, drawing his play, getting his players into a better position. Excellent guys. And I'm just trying to get the number here. That's Lorcan Stubbert doing some good work here. A lot of pressure here on Turkey as we get another infringement, another stoppage of play against Turkey. Again, stick infringement. So Africa really doing some good play there. Good body position, good turn, good curl, hard swim there from Lorcan out of that position. And unfortunately for Turkey, they had to stop play there for infringement. No advantage. Africa get the puck hard on the attack here at the goal. So Africa playing very, very well here. Very proud of you guys, boys. And number 3, Ryan van Zyl, Brandon, getting down there and doing what they should do. Austin Elfrink, as you know, in the first half he had a warning for stick infringement. So he's really concentrating and not letting his team down by getting called up again. Turkey get that puck as they go down. And off they go on the far side of the pool from where I'm looking. So Africa get their stick onto the puck and work it up on the side of the wall. Not afraid to take on these Turkish guys. We know the Turkish guys are very, very strong on the wall. Yes, as we get the puck out here, let's see if we can get it into the inside. Unfortunately, Turkey's intercepted it, took it to the side of the corner, side of the pool into the corner. And South Africa, they're in a very good position here to score. If we can just get the stick on the puck, swim it straight through. And let's see what happens, guys. It was so close. Well played, Turkey. Good defense there from the Turkish side. Excellent defense, as not being passed, but I thought it was in. And we get an advantage here, called by the one ref, and he calls them up. So it should be infringements against South Africa. Stick infringement. Right, well done South Africa. A lot of pressure on Turkey, yeah. lot of pressure as South Africa playing very, very, very well here. And a very tightly matched game. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 55 seconds, 4 minutes, 5 seconds gone in the first half of the second half of this very evenly matched game. Turkey scoring a goal early in the first half. As the South African players want to get a stick on the puck. They want to play in the half as Turkey works it up on the side of the pool, putting a lot of pressure on the South African back line. Let's see if we can stop this movement. Oh, yeah. Turkey player gets thrown out. It looked like a, dangerous flick. Probably into the body of the South African player. Fortunately, South Africa. Like I said, we've got excellent refs. We see the South African team frantically calling for a team timeout. And it looks like the Turkish player has been asked to sit on the side of the pool for 1 minute. 1 minute for a Turkish player, side of the pool. And South African player also asked to sit on the side of the pool for 1 minute. And they can't identify the player. So a player gets nominated to sit on the side of the pool. It looks like Eckhard Engelbrecht was nominated, and he'll take it for the team. And Sarp Kutaf Gulayakaya from Turkey also on the side of the pool. So it's 5 against 5. Turkey, you'll see the stopwatch has stopped due to the fact that the refs had a ref timeout, then your main watch will stop. I don't know if they're discussing what they'll have for dinner tonight or what they're going to have to drink for tonight, but they're discussing something very, 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 very earnestly over here and having a discussion with the chief ref. No, it's definitely hockey. As I can make out those signals, it's not a double beer or whatever. Right, I think they're showing, it's 1 minute each. So the final call, 1 minute each. Each team, one person on the side of the deck. And will it be Turkey on the attack? I can't see whose puck it is. Ref timeout. What are they calling here? Okay. Team warning to Turkey, or is it team warning to both teams for stick infringement? Right, some other call there. Jack, are you back? What happened? Whatever with your duty. Right, South Africa, we're heavy on the attack for 5 minutes. And we've got, one out goes out for barging, one out for a dangerous flick. Like I said, Eckhard Engelbrecht took it for the team and went and sat on the side. We have the stoppage of play due to infringement. Now 10 minutes to go. Come on, South Africa, get back into the half. And South Africa's got Brandon out as well. They say number 10, Carl Broodrode, but he's not in the water, so it's Brandon. Number 1 out. As we have now 4 against 5. Turkish attacking very hard in the South African goal box as South Africa take it out to the side of the pool, trying to work it up, trying to get the delay just back to play slower. As we have the South African Akkad coming back and Kiak Shalik going back into the water for Turkey. With the Turkish still very heavy on attack with 6 against 5. Brandon's got 20 seconds left to sit outside in the pool and think about his sins. And Jack, are you ready to go?
Yes, I'm thinking the same procedure as the first half, as the ref stopped the game there for an infringement. South Africa wants to get out of the water. Under pressure, put Turkey under pressure for a bit, but we're back in the South African half. South Africa getting a penalty there against them, as well as illegal substitution. So we've got another South African swimming out while the penalty shot is going to take place. South Africa also not doing themselves favors at the moment by having so many people out of the water. Let's see what happens there. Turkish attack the goal and score the goal. You can't play hockey when you've got 4 players in the water at this level. This is the current world champions. A couple of these guys already play for the Turkish elite side. and if you have your player sitting on the side, you're really in for trouble.
Right, now we, I don't know, it was that glabbing by Michel Cellier, that's why he's on the side of the pool. Goal for Mort Erol, who scored that penalty for the Turkish player. Like Jack rightfully said, try and keep 6 players in the water, especially against Turkey. We've got 6 against 4, as Brandon goes back and nearly dives onto the ref there. That could have been exciting and interesting. Luckily, like I said, Brandon is very small, the ref's very big, so the ref didn't even feel this Brandon on top of him. Right, and off they go again. Turkey very heavy on the attack on the far side of the pool as they work it up onto the corner of South Africa with us down now, 5 against 6. 8 minutes to go. Come on, South Africa, we need to get to play like we played in the first 5 minutes of the game. Well played there by, it looked like gentleman Dirk van Reenen working the puck out of the goal box onto the side of the pool. Good support there from Austin Elfrink, number 7. Bit tight there for South Africa as we've got after the start of play, we'll have Michel Cellier going back into the water, getting ready, sitting on the side of the pool. Down they go. You'll see all the Turkish. We've got all 12 players down at the bottom of the side. Michel in Turkey pushing hard up against the South African goal box, and it looks like it's been called a goal for Turkey. Yeah, goal for Turkey. Well done, Turkey. As South Africa couldn't capitalize early in the game when they had the opportunity to score a goal, allowing Turkey to come back into this goal. South Africa. Still lots of time left with 7 minutes to go, just to keep their composure, talk to each other, look at the positive side, and get back into the Turkish half. I think if I know Elmar, he will definitely go for the kickoff and take it with Ryan right behind him and Matthew Penning and Austin. Yeah, as I thought, excellent. There was a Cameron Stephen, excellent play there by South Africa, working through. It looked like a bullet. Excellent, guys. They keep it up. Eckhart playing it to the inside onto Dirk's stick as they call an infringement against Turkey. Just as we get momentum, Jack, it looks like the Turkish, won't say deliberately, but they cause an infringement and that slows down the game. They play rugby like some of the teams we know.
It just shows you, Han, when you put pressure on the team, they're inclined to start making mistakes. And South Africa driving very well up there through the middle. Refs playing advantage. And there's an infringement, but I think the same barging again by the Turks. And South Africa will have a free puck in a very good position now. So let's see if they can convert this opportunity being in the Turkish goal area into points. South Africa going right in the middle of the bait ball, driving into the core, and playing advantage here from a ref, the back, and the advantage converted into a score. And I'm not sure, I don't see anybody congratulating somebody. It shows number 12. I think 11. Okay, looks like it's your son. It's an Engelbreg, I see there, so it could be your son. You've got a lot of them in Underwaraki.
Well, it always makes you good when the South African team score a goal as Turkey come down hard onto the puck on the kickoff with a big flick into the middle of the pool, putting pressure on South Africa. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's evenly matched. South Africa are just not absorbing the pressure and capitalizing on the fact when they get into the half as Turkey comes and they're going to score a goal right through the middle of South African. Oh, luckily a stick infringement, but then they should be allowing a player to get and go and rest because there was a team stick infringement now. Wow, that's why we've got refs of international world standard at this tournament. Getting a stick infringement earlier, call against the team, and with the stick infringement, the player had to go and sit on the side. 3-1, 4 minutes to go. Like we said, still lots of hockey to play in this game, Jack.
Yes, and the game is not over until it's over, and 4 minutes to go. South Africa must use this opportunity to drive Turkey back, but the opposite is happening now. It always happens then when you one lesser player in the water that you put in that extra effort to keep the pressure off you. But it looks like a South African guy getting out of the water. For a minute, we have had a couple out of the water today as well. Okay, a Turkish player out of the water. And South Africa going on the attack now, but one Turkish player, 5 seconds back into the water. And Turkey slowing the game down right on the wall there to get their play. And South Africa very well took it off the wall, open it up, and using the space with fewer players in the water. Turkey right there under the substitution box. So one of the refs playing advantage here. Seems like it is for South Africa as we're attacking, driving up on the wall towards the goal, but Turkey getting it out of the corner. And South Africa's gained their advantage. And there we go, South Africa driving right straight to the goal. Referee saw an infringement here, but unfortunately South Africa used their glove to advance the puck there close to the goal. And it is a free puck against South Africa for Turkey. Turkey playing a very good game today, keeping their cool under pressure, absorbing the pressure. And South Africa now really have to work hard if they want to make something of this game. But I think I lost a lot of lessons learned in this game. Hein, you know, you can't play against a team if you keep on making mistakes and being thrown out all the time. But South Africa on the attack here. Another Turkish player out of the water. That's the end of his game. And 2 minutes to go to the end of the first half. There's a referee timeout called, I think.
Yeah, there's team timeout for Black Turkey.
And there's not a player in the bin yet. Yeah. There should be a player out. The time has stopped now as well, as per rules in the last 2 minutes of the game for every stoppage, except if a goal is scored, then the time does not stop. Yeah, it's not the right player. The player was identified, and now the correct player has been thrown out. South Africa going down under there on the attack, but a dangerous flick from number 9, South Africa.
Okay, number 9. Dirk van Reden, probably the opportunity was too big, unfortunately, causing infringement. So it's 5 against 5. South Africa very hard on the attack with a ref timeout here being called by the refs. Let's see what the call is. I can see, I'm looking at the commentator room, looking down on the 3 refs, seeing them discuss dinner again. Jack, wonder what they're going to have for dinner tonight, or you think they're discussing hockey? It's a very interesting game this with the mesh. Yilmaz sitting out for quite a while, and then the vice captain of Turkey, Mert Erol, also sitting out quite a few times in the pool. Did you get that Turkish number there, Jack? Who's out? So we've now got Dirk van Reden out. I think it was for 1 minute, and the gentleman from Turkey out for 2 minutes with 1 minute 53 seconds to go. Equal puck. So the call was reversed. Okay, so Dirk was asked to come back. Thank you, refs, as we have an equal puck in the middle of the pool, on the goal box of Turkey, and the Turkish guys will not take this sitting, as we see. Number 10 there, number 11 Eckhart, number 9 Christian working very hard on the side of the pool here. Christian van Reden, he likes to be called Dirk van Reden, one of the farmers in the team. As Africa doing a good play here by the small little Matthew Penning, number 6, working it up on the side of the pool as the Turkish are hard on attack now. So Africa, yes, come on, well done there, Turkey. Just absorbing the pressure, puck coming onto the Turkish stick and swimming right across the face of the pool from one side to the other side, and we've got a breakaway here. We had a breakaway, should have just passed it this side to Brandon. Come on, guys. Number 13, Cameron, and number Who was that? Jack taking that puck off from Cameron. Good play there. Brandon following up on the side of the pool here. Unfortunately, just flicking it away. You see what I'm saying, Jack? As we get the puck rolling, as we get the game flowing, we have stoppage in play due to very professional chemical infringements. Turkish playing on the edge of the rules, as we have South Africa hard on the attack with 5 players in the water, and Turkey is going to be 4 against 6. But then how's that, ref? Well, we got a chief ref here, and then hopefully Henry will see that. Oh, have they? Right, so we got 4 against 6 in the last 43 seconds of the second half. Turkey leading 3-1. Demiş Yılyas, he is out again, and Durak Kocak for Turkey out for the rest of the game. Yeah, Durak Kosa. As Jack, luckily my commentating partner in this box is fluent in Turkish, having travelled the world extensively. Very good to know people like Jack who can always back you up. Multilingual, bilingual, trilingual, Jack.
Okay, players having a chat there with the referee as the time runs down for their timeout, and we're on the attack straight towards the goals. Don't think anybody should be going up to take a breath for fresh air at the moment. It is all about staying down now in that last 3 seconds, but their infringement against the Turkish. South Africa getting another free puck. The reason why there is a ref timeout on the scoreboard is because the time stops in the last 2 minutes of a game every time there's a stoppage for a free puck. South Africa lying down, everybody on the bottom there doing their utmost best, but one of the Turkish guys somehow got the puck away, and South Africa trying to open it up there. 5 seconds to go. And unfortunately for South Africa, not being able to score a goal there. Well done to Turkey, congratulations. Winning 3-1, and I think the biggest lesson that we've learned today was that we can't play with 4 players in the water.
Thanks, Jack. Jack rightfully said, a good game to watch, good game. South Africa wonderfully played Turkey. Good hockey. As next will be South Africa. Next game for the Africans back home will be the under 19 men against New Zealand, also here in Court A. South African time 18:24, UK time 17:24. Until later then, guys, thank you very much for supporting us.